Hello everyone, welcome back to our new video. In this video, we are going to learn how to send coaching class timings to students on WhatsApp automatically. So here let's suppose I run some coaching classes and there sometimes I need to reschedule the timings of the classes, and sometimes due to various reasons I need to reschedule the classes. And one more thing here is I have the data of all the students in a Google Sheet. I have their contact, I have their name and everything. So now whenever I want to reschedule the class, I need to contact all those students, and it takes a lot of time and effort. You know, being a teacher, it gets really unmanageable to reach out to every student. Sometimes some students get uninformed, remain uninformed, and they start attending classes and things get unmanageable. Okay, so here, to reduce this kind of problems only and to save your time, I am going to show you an automation process by which you can actually manage the rescheduling process of your coaching classes or your teaching class timings, and you can save your time as well as manual effort. So here for this I am using two software applications. I am using Google Sheets and then I am using WhatsApp. So here I am using Google Sheets, which is a spreadsheet program where you can create databases really very easily. So here I am using to add new records. Okay, so whenever a new record is going to be added into my Google Sheet, I want to inform the student. So to send the messages I am using WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is a famous chat application, you know. So here let's understand this better with an example, that I am going to make a Google Sheet in which I am going to mention all the details of the rescheduling process of the class. For example, if I am going to reschedule a class of physics in my coaching for PCM batch, which is physics chemistry batch, if I am going to reschedule any class, I am going to mention that physics class is rescheduled at 5 p.m. due to this reason, or maybe just like rescheduled on Monday or Wednesday. So here, as and when I am going to enter those details into my Google Sheet, all the students are going to get updated on WhatsApp automatically. Isn't it wonderful? So here I am going to connect these two applications with the help of a software named as Pabbly Connect. Why? Because Google Sheets and WhatsApp did not have any native integration or any contact. So that is why with the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build an automation between these two applications. So here what will happen is, whenever a new record is going to be added into the Google Sheets of my rescheduling timing classes, a message will be sent to all the students of my coaching classes automatically. Isn't it wonderful? So the best part here is to use Pabbly Connect. You do not need to have coding skills and programming knowledge. It is actually very easy to use. Any non-technical person can also use Pabbly Connect really very easily. So now let us understand this complete process, that how I'm going to build this automation with the help of Pabbly Connect on my screen along with a real-time example. So guys, this is my Google Sheet. So here I have created my spreadsheet with the Google Sheet program, and here I have given it the title as students data, and in that I have entered all the data of my coaching students. So here you can see I have entered enrollment number, name, email ID, address and mobile number, and here you can see this is the complete data of my coaching students. Another Google Sheet I have created is coaching class timings. So here I have entered the details as subject, schedule date and schedule time. Now here the idea is, every time I am going to enter the details here, I want to inform all these students about the same onto their WhatsApp number. So here do a real-time check. So here what I am going to do is, I am going to show you as an example how this process is actually going to work. So for this I am going to enter the details here, and then we will check on WhatsApp if these students are receiving the message for the class change or not. So here let me enter the details. So let's say it is for chemistry classes. So here let's say chemistry class is going to be scheduled at 19 September 2021 at 2 p.m. Okay, 2 p.m. So here I just entered all the details. Now let's check on WhatsApp if these students are getting the WhatsApp message for the chemistry class or not. So let's move on to WhatsApp and let's check. Perfect. Here you can see these are the messages. So here you can see the first student was Payal Shah. She received the message that, hello Payal Shah, This is to inform you that your chemistry class for today is scheduled to 19th September 2021, 2 p.m. due to some issues, and here is the complete message. Now here, let me clear you one more that I have shown you this process on one WhatsApp number only. Why? Because I cannot open more than one WhatsApp number onto my window. So that is why I entered the same WhatsApp number here in the details so that I can show you that how bulk messages are going to send. So here you can notice this is how the bulk messages are going to send on particular time to each and every student. As I cannot open several windows of WhatsApp, so that is why I'm showing you on same WhatsApp number. So you do not need to get confused here why I'm showing all the messages on one number only. If you are going to run this workflow on real time, all the students are going to receive the WhatsApp message on their respective number only. So here you can see the name is changing along with every new message. So these are the messages for every new student. It's just I have mentioned the same WhatsApp number here. So that is why the messages are here. Okay, so here I know you must be thinking, how did I manage to perform this task? That every time I'm entering the details here into my Google Sheets, all the students are getting informed on WhatsApp automatically. So here let me tell you that I followed 3 very simple steps and created this workflow between WhatsApp and Google Sheets. So let me tell you what are those steps so you can also follow the same and create this amazing workflow. So guys, these are the steps which I followed to create the workflow between Google Sheets and WhatsApp. So here the step 1 is connect Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect with the help of webhook URL. So here for this, first we need to log in into Pabbly Connect. Then we need to connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect with the help of webhook URL. So this webhook URL is basically an address provided by Pabbly Connect. We have to copy the same address and paste it into Google Sheets, and this way our Google Sheet is going to get connected with Pabbly Connect. Now here in the second step, we need to collect the data from Google Sheets in Pabbly Connect. Now as our Google Sheets are connected with Pabbly Connect, the data entry which we are going to make into our Google Sheets, all that data is going to get captured here into Pabbly Connect automatically. So here in the third step, send the same data to Vati for sending messages on WhatsApp. Now here, as the data which is collected from from Google Sheets into Pabbly Connect, we are going to transfer the same data into Vati so that we can start sending messages on WhatsApp. So here I know you must be thinking, what is this term Vati and why did I use it? So let me tell you that we are using WhatsApp's official API Vati so that we can actually send messages on WhatsApp. Why? Because WhatsApp does not allow us to send messages directly. So that is why we are using Vati software so that we can integrate WhatsApp with Pabbly Connect. So here are the 3 easy steps in which we are going to create this amazing workflow. So let me show you the complete process on my screen. So keep watching this video till last so that you can get the idea how this workflow is actually going to create. Okay guys, so to start with the process, first type pabbly.com in your browser. Pabbly, pabbly.com. And here you can see this is the website of pabbly.com. Now here on this option products, we are going to click on connect. So after clicking on connect, you can see here this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. We are going to use Pabbly Connect, so this is the landing page. Now here I am going to click on sign in as I have already created my account into Pabbly Connect. But if you are a new user and you too wish to create your account into Pabbly Connect, you can create your account just by signing up for free from here in 2 minutes. So I'm going to click on sign in and then you can see this all apps window will appear. To continue making the workflow, I'm going to scroll down and here at connect, I am going to click on access now. And after that, you can see this dashboard will appear here. And here I'm going to click on this button named as create workflow. And a dialog box will appear here. So basically it is asking us to give a name to our workflow. So here I'm going to give it as Google Sheets to WhatsApp. Google Sheets to WhatsApp according to our topic. You can also give it according to your choice as well. So here after this, I am going to click on create. And you can see the title of our workflow is now created. Here Google Sheets to WhatsApp, and here you can see this window will appear and you can see here are 2 boxes. Now you must be thinking, what are they? What is trigger and what is action? So here let me explain you that automation works on the concept of triggers and action. So here trigger basically means when this happens, action means do this. or we can also understand like this, that trigger means happening of an event and action means the response to it. So here, according to our topic, the trigger will be when a row is added into Google Sheets. The action will be send a WhatsApp message to all the students. Let's understand this practically. So here in the choose app, I am going to choose Google Sheets. Let me show you. Okay, so after this, I am going to select trigger event. So the trigger event here will be new spreadsheet row. So after selecting the trigger event, you can see this webhook URL is provided by Pabbly Connect along with the step guide here. So let us follow the step guide here. So according to it, it is written, create a new spreadsheet, then navigate to add-ons and click on get add-ons. Okay, so for this we need to move on to our Google Sheet. So here is my Google Sheet which I want to integrate with Pabbly Connect. Now here, as I told you, I have already created my Google Sheet. You can also create your Google Sheet by creating your account. Okay. So here, this is my Google Sheet and I want to integrate it with Pabbly Connect. So for this, here we need to click on extensions and we are going to click on add-ons. After clicking on add-ons, we are going to click on get add-ons. And here it will take you to our page named as Google Workspace Marketplace. Here in the search app, search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Pabbly Connect Webhooks, this option. And here you can see this Pabbly Connect Webhooks program is already installed into my system. So here I'm going to close this. You can also install the same. And then after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks into your system, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat again, after you install Pabbly Connect Webhooks into your system, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. So here, let's again move on to add-ons, extensions, add-on. And this time we are going to click on Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Okay. And here then we are going to click on initial setup. So here after clicking on initial setup, this window will appear and here we need to provide webhook URL as well as the trigger column. So here let us first understand what is this trigger column. So here it is written, the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here it basically means we need to enter the last data entry column of our spreadsheet or of our Google Sheet. So here into my Google Sheet, the last data entry column is C. So I'm going to mention C. You have to mention the trigger column according to your spreadsheet. So after mentioning the trigger column, we need to provide here a webhook URL. So this is the same webhook URL which is provided by Pabbly Connect. We just have to copy it and then we need to paste it here. So I just pasted it and then I'm going to click on send test. So here after clicking on send test, you can see it has sent the data successfully. So let's check on Pabbly Connect if the data is captured or not. So here let's see. Perfect. Here you can see it has captured the data here and it has captured all the details such as you can see physics class. Yes, it was physics class. On 16th September, the timing was 5 p.m. This means we have successfully integrated our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So now here I'm going to click on submit and this way first step is completed. Now here again we are going to click on extensions. Again we are going to click on add-ons. So watch carefully what I'm going to do here. After clicking on add-ons, I'm going to click on Pabbly Connect Webhooks again. And this time we are going to click on send on event. Clicking on send on event. Why are we clicking on send on event? Why? Because after clicking on send on event, every time we are going to make data entry here into our Google Sheet, all that data is going to get captured here into Pabbly Connect automatically. So that is why we need to click on send on event here. Now here let's move on to our next step. So here you can see I am going to select Google Sheets again into the action event. Why? Let me show you why. So here after selecting the Google Sheets in the action window as well, here I am going to select the event as get rows. Get rows. And here we need to connect our Google Sheets. So for connecting, we need to click on this connect button and then we need to click on add new connection. Here after clicking on connect with Google Sheets, here we need to connect our Google account here. So this is my account which I need to connect. Here I am going to click on continue. So in this way, my Google account will get connected to Pabbly Connect. And you can see after this, after my account is connected with Pabbly Connect, you can see all the spreadsheets available into my account will be visible here. So here the spreadsheet which I want to choose is Let me show you. This is the spreadsheet which is students data. So here we will be selecting students data, this one. And after this we are going to select the subsheet here. So here let me show you, this is the subsheet here which is PCM batch. So here only one subsheet was there, so it is already automatically selected. Now we need to select the range here. So let me explain you what is range. So here into my Google Sheet you can see this is the column. So here we need to provide the range, as I want to inform all the students here. So we need to provide the range from here, this row to this row. So that is why here the range I am going to select is A to colon E. I'm not going to provide any number. Why? Because I want to keep on sending the data to every new students I'm going to add here. So that is why I'm going to write A to column E. If I'm going to add like example, this example A to D2, it is going to select only this particular data. Let me show you this particular data. So that is why I'm going to select A to E. Why? Because I want to send messages to all the students. So this is how you need to select the range. And after this I am going to click on, before clicking on save and send test request, I'm going to off this simple response, and then I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see the response here is, it has captured all the data of my Google Sheet, and here you can see it has captured from enrollment number 1 to the last enrollment number here, Akash till Akash. So the first student was Payal. Yes, first student was Payal Shah, and the last student is Akash Singh. So here it has captured all the data. So this is how ranges work. Now here you can see the data captured here is into array format, but I wanted the data into comma separated values. Why? Because in the further steps of the same workflow we need to enter the details. But here you can see I cannot enter the data into this format, so I need to simplify it. So to simplify the data, here I am again going to establish a new window here, and in the choose app I am going to choose iterator. So after choosing iterator by Pabbly, I will be able to simplify this data. So here it has already selected the response results. So we just need to click on save and send test request. And here you can see it has separated all the data. Excellent. So it has separated enrollment number, name, email ID, address, mobile, everything into comma separated values. So here with the help of iterator by Pabbly, we simplified this array format data. Now let's move on to our last step. So here again I'm going to establish a new window, and in the choose app I am going to choose Vati. So here after choosing Vati, as I told you, we are using Vati so that we can integrate WhatsApp. Why? Because WhatsApp does not allow us to send messages directly. So that is why we are using Vati software. So in the action event I am going to choose send template message, and after this I am going to click on connect. So once I am going to click on connect, I am going to click on add new connection. So this way I'm going to connect my Vati account here. So you can see as I clicked on add new connection, these fields just appear. So here I have to give API endpoint as well as access token. So now here you must be thinking what are they and where we can get this. So let us read the help text here. So it is written, navigate to top on your Vati dashboard, click on hamburger icon, then click on API docs to find your API endpoint. The same goes for like access token. So here for this we need to log in into our Vati dashboard. So here is my Vati dashboard. Here I have already created my account and sign in into it. So this is why my dashboard is here. If you too wish to create your Vati account, so here let me tell you that the in the description box of this video, a link is provided. You can go through that link and watch that how you can also create your Vati account and start sending messages on WhatsApp. So here I have already created my account. I just need to connect it with Pabbly Connect. So here on the dashboard, I am going to click on this hamburger option. And here at API docs, I am going to show you that both of the keys are available. So let's check here. You can see both the keys are available. We just need to copy them and paste it into Pabbly Connect. So here first I am going to copy the API endpoint and I'm going to paste it here. And then I'm going to copy the access token as well and I'm going to paste it here. Perfect. And then when I'm going to click on save, my Vati account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. So here you can see it is connected. Now after connecting it with Pabbly Connect, you can see this fields just appeared and here we need to map data. Now you must be thinking what is mapping and how we can do this. So let me explain you here that the data captured here into Pabbly Connect from Google Sheets, such like this values, and the data which we simplified using iterator, that same data will be available into a drop down kind of menu. So we can just select the data clicking by once, and according to the field the data is going to map here automatically. So let me show you how it is actually going to work. So here first we need to map the WhatsApp number. So to map the first WhatsApp number, let us first read the instruction provided here. So it is written, enter a valid WhatsApp number with country code without plus sign. So it basically means that we need to provide a valid WhatsApp number along with the country code, but we need to exclude this plus sign. Why? Because Vati does not accept this plus sign. So here, let me show you that I already have the data into this format, not here. We are going to pick up the data from this option, which is iterator by Pabbly. And here you can see I have the data into this format only. I have the data. Here you can see it is the country code and this is the valid WhatsApp number. Let me show you that this is how mapping works. You can see I just mapped the data by clicking once, and the same data was available here into iterator by Pabbly. And again, let me show you that this same data was available. Let me show you here as well. So this is how mapping actually works. So let us move on to our next step. So here, after mapping the WhatsApp number, we need to select the template. Now here you must be thinking, what are template and how they work? So for this, again, let's move on to our Vati dashboard. And here on this top menu, I'm going to click on broadcast. At broadcast, you can see this template messages option. So here is the template window. So templates are nothing but predefined messages which we need to create from Vati so that we can actually send them on WhatsApp. So here are the already available templates of my account. Let me show you. So the template which I am going to use here is I am going to use this timetable template. Let me show you my template. So here this is how template actually looks. So here I have provided the template name as timetable, category is alert update, and I have provided the value of my template. So here, let me maximize it. Okay, so here I have provided the hello name. This is to inform you that your class name for today is scheduled at this particular date time. Due to this reason, you are expected to reach the class 10 minutes before. So here, these are the details I have provided into my template. You can also create your template according to your choice. So here, I have created my template. So if you too wish to create your template, so you can create from this option, new template message. And here you need to provide the template name, category, and then you need to provide the body as well. Such the same way I have provided. Just you need to give the content according to your choice. So here, if you want to create the template, you can create. Now here, after creating the body, you need to click on save as draft. Once your template is saved as draft, you cannot use it immediately. You need to get it approved from Facebook so that actually you can send the message. So to get it approved, you need to submit your template from this arrow options. Once your template is submitted, it takes the time of 30 minutes to 2 business days to get approved actually. So once they are approved, this is how the status will look. So here you can see my template is already approved. So that is why I'm going to select it here. So my template's name is timetable, this one. Let me just correct it. Timetable. Okay. Now here the second option is broadcast name. So let's again move on to Vati dashboard. Let me actually show you what is the broadcast use here. So here at broadcast history, you can check the status of all the broadcast here. All the messages sent from the same broadcast. So that is why you need to give the name of your broadcast. So here I'm just going to give it as ABC coaching classes. Why? Because this is the name of my coaching classes. You can give the broadcast name according to your choice. ABC coaching. Let me just correct it. Coaching classes. Perfect. And now here comes the last and the most important step, which is custom parameters. So here we need to mention the custom parameters. So here let me show you how they actually work. So for this, again, I'm going to my Vati dashboard. Here I'm going to click on template messages and I'm going to show you my template. And here at my template, you can see I have provided some values. I've provided some values in the form of variables. You can see between double curly braces. So here these are variables and they are going to keep on changing along with every new student, along with every new class. So here these are the same values which we need to provide here. We need to provide the name of parameter as well as the value of it. So here is the format given into the help text. We need to copy the same format. just this way, and we need to paste it here, and we need to provide the name of the parameter as well as the value. So here it is an example that the name is color and the value is blue. So in the same way, we do need to provide the name as well as the value of our parameter. So let us count how many parameters are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Name, class name, date and reason. There are 4 parameters into my template. So that is why I am going to map this custom parameter 4 times. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me just remove the extra space here. Okay. And here in this way, I just provided the parameters here. Now let's give the name and value to our parameter. So the name of my first parameter is name itself. So in the in the place of color, I'm going to write name. Okay, and in the value, I'm going to write my student's name. So my student's name here, I'm going to get it by iterator. Why? Because this is how we separated the value. So here the name of my student is Payal Shah. Okay. So I just provided the name here, and then let's see the second parameter. So the second parameter here is class name. So in the place of color, I'm going to write class name, class underscore name. We need to provide into the same format, and in the value, I'm going to mention the class, which is here. It is available here. So the class is physics class. So I just mapped the value here. Now let's see the third template here. Third parameter here, which is date time. So again, I'm going to mention the date time here. Date underscore time. Date underscore time. And here in the value, I'm going to provide the date and time as well. So here you can see the date is 16th of September, and here the time is with the space. I'm going to provide the time as well. So the time is 5 p.m. Now here the third parameter is ready. In the same way, let's see the last parameter here. So in my parameter, I have provided the reason also. So here I'm just going to write reason here. Let me just adjust it. So here I'm going to write reason. And in the value, I'm going to write the reason manually, some reason. Why? Because I don't actually have any particular reason. I just want to show you as an example. So that is why I'm just going to write some reason. You can also write according to your choice. So here, I just write some issues here. And in this way, I mapped all the custom parameters here. I mapped name, class name, date and time, and reason. So here, everything is completely ready. Now let us click on save and send test request. And here, when I'm going to click on save and send test request, we are going to check on WhatsApp if the message onto this valid WhatsApp number is sending or not. So here, let me just click on it. And here you can see the response here is received, and according to it, a message will be sent to Payal Shah. So let's check on WhatsApp. Excellent. Here you can see this is the message for Payal Shah. Let's check here. Hello Payal Shah, this is to inform you that your physics class for today is scheduled onto this particular date and time due to some issues. So this means we have created our workflow. Now let's do one thing. Let's check it on real time so that we can check if it is working smoothly or not. So here for this, again, I'm going to enter some data here, and then we will directly check on WhatsApp if the message is sending or not. So here let's keep for maths class on, let's keep it as 21 September 2021 on 4 p.m. Fine, 4 p.m. So I just entered the data here. Now let's check on WhatsApp if all these students are receiving the message for their maths class or not. So let's check. Perfect. Here you can see the message are now here. Hello. This is, you can see these are all the students have started receiving the message for their maths class. This is to inform you that your maths class for today is scheduled at 21st September at 4 p.m. You can see all the messages are sending here. This means our workflow is working very smoothly and finely. Again, I would like to remind you that this is how bulk messages are going to send. Here, I have selected the same WhatsApp number. So that is why all the students are getting message on the same WhatsApp number so that I can show you the example. But on real time, you do not need to worry. The message is going to send on individual's number. So this means we have successfully created our workflow. Now let's do a short recap. So I'm going to minimize all the windows and we will check what we actually did. So here you can see these are all the steps in which we created the workflow. In the step 1, we integrated Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL and captured all the data. Now here in the second step, we again integrated our Google Sheet. So, and then we added the range and then we selected the subsheet and we got the data into array format. So to simplify this array format, we used iterator by Pabbly and we get the data into this comma separated value. And in the last step, to start sending messages on WhatsApp, we used Vati, and here we mapped all the data, and this way our workflow was created. Isn't it wonderful? Now here I would like to tell you one more thing, that the link of this same workflow is available into the description of this video. You can copy the same link and start using this amazing workflow into your Pabbly Connect account just for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate plenty of applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. This was all for today's video. If you have any feedback, you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com, or you can also ask your queries at this link here. And if you want to check the price for Pabbly Connect, you can check the price from here, this link, and automate your business. If you like our video, do not forget to press the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. And for more such videos, you can also subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.